Welcome back, Jaguar fans. I'm Brian Cheek here with head coach Mark Calvey, and this is South Alabama Baseball Update. All right, Coach, we're currently in a 4-game stretch here where we lost 4 straight games. Talk about what you tell your team each and every day to get better.
Well, every team goes through a rough stretch. In the 20 or 21 years I've been in it, this team is no different. Every team that I've been a part of has gone through that. So they go through it in the big leagues, they go through it in the minor leagues, they go through it in college baseball. The only problem is you don't have 162 games. You only have 56. So you hope, when you go through a good stretch, you're going in it for a long time, and you hope the bad stretches aren't very long. So, we just hit a rough patch. We didn't play that poorly, but we didn't play that great. And, I thought both teams were evenly matched down at FAU, and we played poorly, and they played pretty well. So, but we're still in position. There's some close games there. We lost. We were up 6-2 going into the 5th or 6th on Saturday, and we didn't hold them down pitching-wise, and then Sunday we didn't swing the bats very well. So we had a rough weekend there, but, I thought we played pretty well against Mississippi State. We didn't swing the bats exceptionally well, but they had a good guy on the mound against us, and, we ended up tying it up, and we blew it late. So, we just have to come back and respond and play well this weekend. We have a bunch of winners in that locker room over there, and they know how to win. They've learned how to win. They've learned how to win several different types of games. So, it's all going to boil down to if you pitch well and you play good defense and you get timely hitting. That's what it's going to boil down to, and that's not what we've done the last week. So hopefully we get back on track this weekend.
Welcome Florida National in this weekend. First, talk about their team overall before we get the specifics.
Well, FIU, they have some good arms. We haven't been told they're Friday night guy, but I'm assuming the Friday night guy that's been running out there for the last couple weeks. He's a left-handed pitcher. He throws hard. He's got a good changeup. So we'll have to deal with that. Traditionally they swing the bats extremely well. They'll make some mistakes on defense, so we've got to put the ball in play and limit strikeouts and pressure them defensively while we're on offense. And from a defensive standpoint, we've made some mistakes as well, which we've been pretty good up until the last 2 weeks, but we've made some mistakes defensively. So the way they swing the bats, hopefully we don't open up too many windows for them. We pitch well and we get some timely hits.
One of their good hitters, Garcia, has over 5 home runs this season, slugging over 500. Talk about him real quick. What makes him so good on the plate?
Well, he's a big, strong kid. He's their catcher. I think he's got 5 home runs, like you said, tied with Shantz as well. He's a sophomore this year. He was, he started every day for him last year, which you don't see a freshman do that. So he took his lumps last year as a freshman, and kids get smarter as they get older. And I'm sure he's not falling for the same tricks that he did last year. So, he's big and strong. He's got some confidence. He's hits a fastball really well, so we got to stay out of the middle of the plate. He hits mistakes well, like most good hitters do. So, if we make some pitches and get guys out ahead of him and behind him, we should be okay.
What do you want to say to your pitchers this weekend?
What I would say to our pitchers, we just need quality starts. We need quality starts, and when our guys get ahead and get you some runs, throw up a 0 the next inning. We have a good bullpen, as we know. So, our starters just need to be solid. They need to bend but not break, and keep our team in position to win late in the ballgame. That's what I've told them all year long, so it would be nothing different. So that's what we need to do to be successful.
All right, hitting-wise, what do you think you need to be successful this weekend?
Well, we need to continue to stay aggressive. We made some – I thought we were 2 ends of the spectrum. We were over-aggressive, and then we were passive. So we were a little over-aggressive the other night, and we put some first-pitch change-ups and some fastball count change-ups in play weekly. And then against FAU, we were passive. We were taking too many pitches. So, like anything else, offense, there's a groove to it. There's a rhythm to it. So when these guys are on rhythm, they're swinging the bats well, and we're scoring runs. We're getting guys on, and we're making teams pay for mistakes. So I would just tell our guys to stay aggressive, but, be aggressive in the strike zone, and don't be overly aggressive and don't be overly passive. Just be who they are and stay aggressive and swing the bats. Go to the game instead of waiting for the game to come to them. We should be fine.
Good luck this weekend, Coach.